Hey, what's going down? I'm Donald Nelson with Supreme Confidence, and you're listening to today's episode of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch network. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamond. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck. Stay woke or get out. Listen on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes and when we go live. It's important. Visit us on Facebook, like our page at Confidence in the Klutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at KNK. Coming up today, we're going to talk about a new show on the network with 2 out of my 3 children. So we decided to talk about it. They always talk about things, so we're going to get into what this is going to be when I'm going to bring them on. But first, the confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
Yeah, this is new. So I listen to the Bill Simmons podcast, and he always have, every so often he has his daughter on there. She's about 13, 14, 8th grader. And they talk about 8th grade stuff, pop culture and all that stuff. So I said, hey, why not get my kids out here, my 11-year-old and my 18-year-old, and let them talk about the stuff they like. Now, these two are Office fanatics along with my oldest, my 21-year-old, Office fanatic. So they love the TV series The Office, but they're not gonna just talk about The Office. They're gonna talk about things from preteen stuff to teenagers finna be coming into their 20s type stuff. So they haven't come up with a name yet, so we'll talk about all that in this process. So I'm gonna open the mics up to Akil and Bella on the Confidence in the Klutch network. This is an exclusive.
Thank you for coming to our show. Today we're gonna start talking about The Office. Turn it. One thing I like about The Office is how so diverse they are. I mean, you can go from Michael. We really don't know what he's mixed with.
Who are you? Who are you, sir?
I'm Akil Carter.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm Bella Nelson.
Yeah.
My favorite. I'll start with something different. My favorite character. It's got to go hands down to Dwight Schrute, the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, from Bears, Beats, Battlestar Galactica to him and Angela to him and Michael. I mean, all he wants to do is just be Michael's friend. I mean,
but can we, for those, let's talk about what The Office is. Like, y'all getting into it. Like, what is The Office? For people that don't know what The Office is, what is The Office?
It's a TV show on Netflix. Has 9 seasons. Have about maybe 15 episodes in every season, and it's a very funny and amazing TV show on Netflix. One of the best. It's
about how it's basically, to be honest, it's just like a reality show, but it's of course not reality. It's more like it's basically all around Michael and how he.
Who's Michael?
Michael Gary Scott is he's the manager of Dunder Mifflin. He was manager for about 13 years when they first started. 14. So it's just about him and how he runs the office, and it's crazy because it would never be something that's realistic. It's not possible. The business would have been shut down so many times from when for example, they had a fire. And we'll talk about that later in the episode, but they had a fire. Michael or Dwight, he's believe he's the assistant aide in the he's assistant aide in the office, and he had sent out a memo about what would happen if a fire ever came. Nobody paid attention to the memo, of course, because it's a joke. Mm-hmm. So he got mad, and around the office, he had this little, I don't know what it was, but a blowtorch. It was a match. He first he blew torch so the doors, so if you touched it, it'd be hot. Mm-hmm. Then he then he had this wastebasket. You put paper in, of course. Lit a cigarette and said, "Today smoking saves lives." throws in the
Make sure you're talking to the mic, too.
Today he
You
says
don't have to do that, just talking to the mic.
Today he says smoking saves lives, and he throws the cigarette into the garbage, which of course starts a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So then he go back to his desk, act like nothing happens, and he's like, somebody smell smoke in here, and that's when Pam goes, oh my God, there's smoke. So then they go see, they fill all the doors, and it's hot, and they think that they're like, they actually think it's like a for real fire in the office, and it just starts panic. That's one thing that got them shut down. Within that episode, they had a training seminar because Stanley, which is an African American male, very funny, very hilarious, he had a heart attack while the fire was going on. So the next episode, they were talking about what would happen if, how to do CPR, and they had a dummy, and they had you had to keep pace and all that stuff. So then he cut the dummy, his heart open. Before that, he cut his heart open and was like, "Is there any check to see if it's an organ donor, like the person?" And then he cut his face and made like a how people make the doll face, like the costume faces. He had cut the
face out.
He cut the face out.
Okay, all
stuff
right.
Like that.
Well, it used to be on NBC,
yeah.
So it's not a Netflix series. It used to be on NBC from 2005 to 2013. So basically, that's the synopsis for The Office. So y'all gonna be talking about The Office. What else y'all gonna be talking about on? Let's see. If we give you a temporary title right now, this title of y'all podcast will be The Office of Akil and Bella. Just because y'all like talking about the show The Office, these two talk about it at every meal. And when Dejan is here, they talk about it. So I said, hey, y'all talking about it with each other. There might be some kids out here, some adults that want to hear y'all talk about it and your opinion of the show and what you like. If it's one of those cult following type of shows or whatever, right? So, Bella, what else might y'all be talking about on The Office of Akil and Bella until we get a better title for y'all?
Beginning of school.
Like things y'all like you like more things than The Office, like
clothes. We can talk about music. We can talk about sports. We can talk about fashion. I just said that. We can talk about
Bella.
Yes.
Places we want to visit.
Just Bella. Just things you're interested in. Like, what are you interested in as an 11-year-old? What are you interested in? I know some you're interested in that I got charged money for that I had to get the money back on my card. So, what are you interested in?
I'm interested in video games, art.
What game?
Roblox.
$98. Roblox, some other game. I forget the game. What was the game? IMVSU. What was it? It was a game you had where it was a social media app and you had the avatar and it was some IMSVU, something you ordered like clothes and stuff for. You don't remember the game?
No.
You definitely shouldn't have bought something back then if you didn't remember the name of the app you were doing. So you saying your games, your apps, and all that stuff. What else?
Art.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna talk about all this type of stuff. Akil, the things you're interested in.
Clothes. Music, definitely music. I follow up on a whole lot of music. I like a little bit of art. I can't really draw as much, but I like the black and white painting and coloring and stuff like that. Sports, of course. Favorite sport, soccer. Leading behind that is basketball, and then track. Place I want to visit.
So.
A list of things.
So those are things you're gonna be expected to hear on The Office of Akil and Bella. So they're gonna be talking about The Office. So the Office TV show. So tell me, Akil, one of your favorite scenes from The Office out of all of them. Like, what's your favorite scene from the television show The Office? I'll give you a chance to think about it. Bella, you be thinking at the same time, unless you know already. So
I know.
You know already?
It's Michael Scott and the company said they're going bankruptcy. And
Bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
They're going through a bankruptcy. Okay.
on their online page, and Michael's getting confused, and then he goes like out to the office because he has his own like area, and then he goes out and he's like, I declare bankruptcy, and it's super funny because they don't believe him. But yeah, it's funny. That's my favorite part.
Okay. So that's your favorite part of Kill. You got one yet?
Yeah, hands down. Can't remember what episode or what season, but it's when Jim and Pam get married and they're going. Dwight is going down the aisle. Can't remember what her name was, but it was one of Pam's friends, and they had hooked up the night before, so they were like walking together, and they were dancing, and then down the aisle, Dwight starts kicks one way, turns around, kicks the girl in the face, hands down, and then he just walks with her like nothing wrong, and she's bleeding. And it was just funny because it's like.
Okay. Well, that's what we talking about on the Office of Akil and Bella. We're getting things together. We got to get their artwork together. We got to get how many times they're gonna do a podcast. We got to get all that stuff together. So they have a sheet here that I got from a school I was at, and they're gonna get their stuff together for the next show, and they run down, and I'm gonna teach them how to get everything. They can get a running Google document together, so they can collaborate on stuff. So they'll be all right. So just be on the lookout for the Office of Akil and Bella coming soon in episode. We can say this episode 0. So then episode 0 will be your first one. We'll put it in. I'm not gonna even throw this out as a Confidence in the Clutch, even though I gotta throw out about what happened last night in the Lakers-Rockets game. I'll do that later on. But this is going to be the straight first Office of Akil and Bella. So y'all got to call y'all brother out on the show. Tell him he got to come get with y'all.
Shout out to Dejan real quick. Shout out Dejan. Big loves out there. Stay safe.
He got to come with y'all because we're sure he's going to get this. He's going to hear this. So and we can always we'll get him on the show. Trust me, we'll get him. We'll make sure he's on episode 2. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all got anything to say to the world? Because we got worldwide listeners.
Stay safe, everybody. Stay focused. Follow your dreams. Regardless what they are.
Threat Level Midnight is the best movie ever.
What Bell?
Threat Level Midnight is from The Office. It's the best movie.
There we go. They love The Office, y'all. So we can't say nothing about it. So I guess we got to start watching The Office to know what y'all talking about, right? I do. So everybody else, it is what it is, y'all. So, man, we all ready? Y'all ready to go?
Yes.
Y'all ready to do this podcast?
Yes.
All right, then. Well, this is quick. This was a quick one for them. So they take care of everything from here on out. I'm not doing nothing but just sitting back and watching them do this. So I'm just going to go through the rundown like I usually do, whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life. You got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck. Stay woke or get out. Listen to Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. And when we go live, it's important. Visit us on Facebook, like our page at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. That's it, y'all. Damn. That's it. I'm just going to take us out of here the right way. That's it. So.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out Tiger Offset.
Stop. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.